Hi, my name is Brittany, and today I'm going to talk about my personal leadership philosophy, and then I'm also going to talk about how this LLC class has changed me and developed my leadership skills as a whole. The first thing I want to start with is how I saw leadership before I actually started the course and before my philosophy changed throughout the semester. Before I came to this course, I went to University of Oregon, and it was a really big school, so you didn't really know anybody. And if you wanted to be a part of something, either there was already a group made, and if you joined them late, there'd be so many people in that particular group that it just came to the point where people didn't work with each other, and no one really knew you individually. And that was really hard for me, especially if you're being a leader. I wanted to get involved, and I wanted to put things together, and I didn't have that opportunity. So how I saw leadership at that point in my life, right before I came to Baylor, was that being a leader is just being high up in a particular organization or group. It's kind of telling people what to do. I look at my boss at Nordstrom's as a leader. I go to work, and he'll just assign particular tasks for me that he expects me to get done. And we're not necessarily friends, and he's not necessarily the most sentimental person in the world, but that's how I saw leadership. And now I see it in a total different aspect. Being a leader is more than like what we would assume being a leader would be. Like, being a leader is being able to motivate others. It's being able to keep a positive attitude in tough situations, and being able to look out for other people, educate them, and pursue them in a way that you pursue yourself. It's not just wanting yourself to succeed, but wanting your followers and the people around you to succeed just as much, if not more. And that's my favorite part, I think, about studying leadership, is realizing that it's not evolved around one person. It's a group of people. One thing I've learned throughout this LLC course is that a successful leader cannot work alone. And that's something that I look back at my experience at Oregon, where I was in a big group of people. And I joined a running club at the time, and there were so many people in that group that, yeah, we had leaders and we had coaches, but there were so many people that no one else stood up to really take a part in it. And I could have been that person to step in and help others succeed, and I kind of stood back and was a follower at that point. But also, like, recognizing that I could have done something. And at that time, I wasn't able to recognize that. And being here at Baylor and being in this class has really gave me an eye-opener of how to get involved with other people and to not be scared and intimidated. And practicing different leadership theories has also been a huge concept within the class. And one that I'll definitely take home with me is the servant leadership theory. And I find that most embracive, because in my religion, Christianity religion, which majority of you probably do as well, this religion basically promotes you to serve others like Jesus served you. And that's my goal here, is just to serve others the way I know God would have served me and Jesus would have served me. And whether that's like getting on my hands and feet to help like the homeless, or I worked at downtown Portland in Oregon, helping our prostitution, getting girls off the streets and getting them into churches and finding them homes. And I also worked with foster care systems. I just volunteered to work with kids and in and outside of school. There's a lot of opportunities to get involved with, and LEAD as a program has showed me that. There's a lot of community service opportunities to do that a lot of us just don't know of, and it's a great opposition that we're in this program to really see the opportunities that LEAD has laid out for us. There's a lot of things that I believe I can work on as a leader, and we were able to work a lot in groups where I've realized, this isn't the leadership style or the person I want to approach. And so I'm going to try this particular style. I'm going to try letting these people speak. I'm going to not just take my own perspectives, my own ideas and thoughts, but I'm going to incorporate other people, and I'm going to be taking their ideas and their thoughts, and I'm going to be building them to my own. Not my own, but to our own like ideas and concepts. And I think that's the biggest part in leadership, is to not work alone. And that's something that I've learned within leadership. while doing my portfolio, I decided I was going to wait until a week before to do it. And that didn't work in my benefit. And I found out that I'm not the most patient person. And just working on that skill, that personality skill that was weak when I took my test online for my personality, patience was a big disadvantage for me. And it's definitely true. I know that there are skills that I need to work on and that I want to continue to prosper at. And there's also skills that I might not know that I need to work on yet. And I think that that's a great reason of why I'm here in LEAD, is just to focus my own identity to becoming a better leader and to serve others through that servant leadership approach. Thank you for listening to my mission and philosophy statement, and thank you for listening to my leadership style approaches.